Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. This is episode 11, and as always, with me, Rob.
Hey, folks.
And how's it going, Rob?
Oh, doing all right. Doing all right. Enjoying the winter wonderland, which is Edmonton right now.
Yeah,
Very nice.
just a little update for everyone. It rained on Friday night, and then snowed on top of it. I didn't get the final count, but it was at least 10 to 12 centimeters of snow on top of that. So the roads are lovely in Edmonton.
Yep.
They was out doing a little driving today, and yeah, it's just stupid out there. Can't get anywhere quick today, that's for sure.
That's right. And never underestimate people's ability to forget how to drive in the first winter.
Oh my God, this white stuff everywhere.
But we made it. We're here.
Yep. And
we're here to complain about some things.
Well,
right.
you want to just hop right into news?
Sure.
All right. So Polygon has posted their... Oh. I silenced my phone, but
no, you didn't.
That timer still went off.
That is a lie.
Oh, maybe. No, I did. Always at the top quality programming coming from the grumpy old gamers.
All right.
All right.
Try that again.
We're gonna. Polygon posted their 100 best games of the decade, and you can find that list over on the Grumpy Old Gamers Facebook page. We reposted it there for everyone to see, but thought it'd be fun to take a look at the top 10 there. Coming in at number 10, should surprise nobody. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah, it's whether you like it or not, its effect on the world of video gaming has been it's changed the way things are as far as what you can get on a free game that kind of changed the way games go for a while.
Yeah, it's also funny that they designated it the Fortnite Battle Royale because Fortnite was out for for quite a while. I think it might not have been in its final release, but at least a year before, and it was like a base builder where you fought zombies.
Yep.
but then they added the Battle Royale mode, and
rest is history.
Yeah.
Flossing has changed the world.
And we posted it, and we messed up on the recording from our big 10th episode last week. Rob and I both streamed ourselves playing it, and we don't get it, and we definitely are not good at it. But
that is for sure.
We gave it the old college try. So if you want something entertaining, you can watch us playing it there for, I don't know, about 45 minutes, I think is what it came in at. And you can see us in the corner just silently frustrated.
That's right. How about number 9?
Coming in at number 9, we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I took a dive into that this year, Rob.
Yeah.
This year has been really about me catching up on games. I haven't tried a lot of the AAA stuff as it's come out. Because with it being November and we're starting to come on to the end of the year, I was starting to look at some of the stuff I've been playing, and I haven't played a lot of new stuff. I've been catching up, and Witcher 3 was one of them.
Okay.
And it's a good game. It's a really good game. Like in terms of an RPG, like I get it after playing it. It's just so what's the word I'm looking for? Intertwined. Like the whole, something you do 3 hours ago in the game can affect something that happens right as you're, and there's a lot of just cool stuff in that game. I can definitely, like, for a game that's I think 4 years old, if not 3 to 4 years old.
Okay, yeah.
Um, I can see it being one of the best games of the past decade. It makes me very excited for Cyberpunk coming out in April there.
Okay, yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
What do we got at number 8? Dark
Number
Souls.
Dark Souls.
Created like a whole new genre almost.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of wonder if this list is more of a influential games versus a better games, because I would
Mm,
imagine Dark Souls 2 would have been a higher quality game, but
true.
you can't deny that Dark Souls kind of started it all.
Yeah.
You ever play that, or?
No. No. That's on my list of games to catch up on.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But
Well, the also like being an adult, um, with a job and family and a home, I I- I'm not super interested in a game that, from what I've heard, is kind of built on frustration. I
yeah,
I
yeah.
play games to enjoy them, and like I can understand, I totally get people wanting to be challenged,
Hmm.
but I that's not what I look for personally when I'm gaming. I'm way more into experiences,
Yep, I agree.
like
You bet.
stories. I
Yep.
maybe stories, experiencing stories and unique things, not going to die over and over and over, and yeah. So number 7 also maybe maybe makes it seem like um this list might be based more on influence than
Hmm.
actual games, because PT, which was a which was a demo for Silent Hills, which was going to be
Hmm.
Hideo Kojima's next game at that time, and that was 4 years ago. I think that this came out.
Oh, it's been at least 4. Yeah, it's
It it launched pretty much with the PS4, so
sure.
4 or 5 years.
And it's I mean, it was for what it was. It was really good, really scary, but yeah, definitely not a best of game because you didn't actually do much other than keep walking around that same loop over and over again. So
But it was an experience that a lot of people still talk about.
definitely,
So
definitely.
number
Number
six,
6, I've never played, but
yeah,
League
uh,
of Legends.
League of Legends.
That's I get it. Really popular, biggest esport game right now, or it was for the longest time.
I
And
uh I tried a little bit of it,
mhm,
um, just because I got into Heroes of the Storm as a MOBA,
sure,
and again, like very influential. It kind of created the whole MOBA um,
true enough. Yep.
whole genre. So yeah, they're fun stuff. I like them. If you like real-time strategy kind of mixed with action, it's good stuff.
There you go. And it'll run on a toaster right now. So
It'll run on a toaster. You can play it pretty much anywhere.
true, very true. And I'm going to let you talk about number 5 because I don't have any experience with this game. But
Pokemon
po-
Go.
Pokemon Go.
I still play it. I still
Yep.
play this game. Me and my family, um, you know, just a couple weeks ago, we, so you can do a 7-day streak in Pokemon Go, and every day
Okay.
you get a bigger cache of like um, Pokeballs and potions and other stuff. And we were all on our wife and I were on day 7, and the kid was on day 5, and so we
Hmm.
hopped in the car and went and did some poke hunting just to get some stuff in for the day.
Right. Right.
Um, the game itself has evolved so far from the original game. It's a lot of fun.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Mr. Cashmere's personal endorsement for game number 5.
Now, game number 4, I had not heard
Yep,
of.
me neither. Kentucky Route Zero,
Mm-hmm.
which never heard of.
Yeah.
Yep, don't
No
have much
idea.
to say
Like
about
even just
that.
reading the brief description of it, I've never. Sounds like it was a PC game, but
Yeah, yeah.
other than that, sorry, Kentucky Route Zero. Apparently, you were very
Sure, you're
influential, but
amazing.
it never made it to us.
Now, number three, I had played
Oh,
Spelunky.
I'll let you talk about this because I have not.
There's pretty much everything you see there. It was kind of a roguelike. It was procedurally generated, and you were just a little miner, and you had to go down in caves, and
So you're under 18 years old?
yeah, yes, yes. I mean, I don't know if it would. Again, top 100 maybe. This might be this again kind of lends to the fact that it's got to be some sort of an influential list versus a best list, because it influenced games like Rogue Legacy and things like that, where you just kind of kept doing the same thing over and over again, getting better each time.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for Splunky.
Yeah, like I wonder if it influenced games like Super Meat Boy and things like that, right? Or is it like that or
It's not
more?
anywhere near as hard as Super Meat Boy. No,
Oh, okay.
it's a lot more fair.
Oh, okay.
Um, at least from what I remember of it. So,
Cool.
and then number two, I you can definitely speak on because
Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Yeah, man. I still like every once in a while I'll be just like, I just feel like playing something a little different, and I'll hop in and put an hour into this game. My save file is at 240 hours I've put into this game. Uh, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
mm-hmm.
Did I mention it? I didn't remember if I did before I started talking about how much I put into it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned about the game,
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Okay. Anyways, I hadn't played a Zelda since the GameCube, and this is just such a refreshing take, like just being able to go anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Basically you see a hill, mountain, whatever, go climb it. And I've finished the regular game. When I hop in now, it's to try and work on the DLC.
Sure, sure.
I haven't finished that yet. Been kind of savoring it. Like lots of times I'm like, oh, what's the next game I'm gonna dive into here, and I think I should just finish it. But when you spend that much time
Yep.
with a game, you kind of don't want to be done with it. So I
You're
go in and
emotionally
like
attached.
I go in and just savor a little morsel, little bite of Zelda, and oh, that sounded horrible. Um,
Right, right. That's
it's a family show. It's a
well,
family
well
show.
done, well
We
done.
we won't talk about cannibalism. All right, and the
All
number
right,
one most
elegant segue to number one.
yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah,
So I've
yeah.
seen it. I kind of understand what you're supposed to do. Played 0 minutes of this game.
Me too. Me too. It's all the rage, or was, or is, or I don't know if people still play it. I'm assuming they still do, but
Yeah, every new system that comes out seems to get a version of it.
mhm. And its art style is definitely kind of
Yeah,
influenced a lot of games to do that chunky pixel art again. So
with the
good on
blocky
it.
heads, and
Yeah,
oh, I know
yeah,
you scroll through any of the stores on any of the systems, and there's you, you can't scroll for 10 seconds without coming across a Minecraft-esque
yep,
looking game.
yeah. You bet. So yeah, I don't know. Let us know what you think about the list there, and if you agree, disagree,
Yeah, maybe
just
we'll I don't know if we can do a decade list, but maybe we'll towards the end of the year we'll do a top games of the year list.
oh, of course, you bet. Sounds
I
good.
mean, I'd say we could do a decade list, but I have trouble remembering what I did last week.
Yeah, I didn't know half of
Um,
these games came out this decade, so it's
so you know, I'm definitely. I mean, I could do the top 10 games that influenced me in the last 10 years, and like first five spots would be World of Warcraft,
and then Pokemon Go for the
and
rest
then
of them.
Pokemon Go for the rest of them. So, all right, moving on to the next bit of news. Hyperkin, I'm really excited about this. So Hyperkin has shown pictures of the dongle that you'll use the new Admiral M64 controller with. And they're just slowly revealing the stuff. They revealed the pictures of the Admiral, and then now they've released the dongle. But the dongle, it looks cool because I wondered how they. I'm just going to keep saying dongle.
Just keep saying dongle. This is great. This is quality entertainment here.
um, I wondered how they were going to integrate the memory card because, of course, on the N64,
Hmm.
they didn't save the data to the games. You actually saved it to a memory card.
You bet.
And so they've showed a picture of this dongle, and you plug the memory card into it, but it also looks like you can put it looks like it has a little SD card slot on it.
Oh,
So
right
you
on,
might be
right
able
on.
to just put in an SD card and use that instead. I'm pretty excited. Can't wait to get my hands on one.
Now, I didn't have a chance to read the article, but is the new controller going to be look the same, or is it going to be held a little
No,
more gamepaddy?
they've redesigned it to be a lot more traditional, and actually it looks a lot like pretty much every controller nowadays. It's
Okay,
got the two like pieces you hold on to, but um, you've got your analog stick on the right and um, your D-pad right below it, and then you actually have six buttons because there
okay,
was it had the two buttons and then the yellow kind of direction buttons
right, right. Yeah,
on
the
the
C buttons they call them, right?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
on the M64 controller, and all of those are going to just be on one side now.
Oh, right on.
So I'm excited to try it.
Sure.
I like when they make a new Bluetooth controller for the retro stuff. It because did you ever try downloading a M64 game on your Wii U?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Um, I did. I downloaded Mario 64 because I was like,
Okay.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm feeling really nostalgic. I want to play this game again, and it was really tough. When the button you couldn't remap the buttons. You had to use them in their in the assignments that they gave you,
Okay. Yeah.
and it was tough. It was really tough. So I didn't I didn't put it in anywhere near as long as I wanted to with that. So that's why I'm excited for something like this to come out.
Oh, right on.
Um, Next bit of news: China has instituted a new law to help control the amount of gaming children are doing in China.
Oh, China,
Oh, China.
fixing all the problems no one asked you to.
We're banned there already, so we can talk about this stuff. Um, what what they're saying is driving this is poor academic performance. The children their marks are going down because they game so much.
Funny. That is funny. Just imagine if they were if they had the marks they do in North America here. Oh,
But so there's a 90-minute time limit Monday through Friday.
mm-hmm,
You can have, so if you're a kid, you can play 90 minutes of video games Monday through
mm-hmm.
Friday. And then on the weekends, you can play 3 hours.
Yeah. So I imagine this is all going to be just things for online accounts and things they can actually
Yeah,
monitor. Because I imagine if you hook up your Super Nintendo, they're not going to be sitting outside your window. Um,
yeah, but
Not that I would rule that completely out, but
true. They say that the kids will have to sign up using their real names and identification. So I don't know how they'll enforce that. But also like that's how they would have to like the only way they could monitor it is that way. I
Yep.
hear like because um I hear it's actually the mobile versions of like Fortnite and PUBG and now Modern Warfare are all way bigger in China
Oh, sure.
than they are here. And so to play these games, you would need to have, you know, an account to play them
Hmm.
on your phone. So yeah, runaway train there,
It's true.
derailed.
Not not surprising at all, based on the country and their broad sweeping changes they've made on things before. So,
Also, they're instituting um, a cap on the amount of money you can spend on DLC and microtransactions on games, which is interesting. It'll be between $28 and $57 a month based on your age.
and see that I can get behind that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Um, Whenever a government steps in and makes that choice for you, it's a little bit. But yeah, I mean, then you get the alternative here in North America, where and in Europe, where people are spending thousands of dollars because there is no control on it. So, got to be somewhere in the middle. But we'll see. I'm really curious how this is going to work for them here. So, only everyone's going to be watching.
Yeah. Um, Hands up in the air, Rob. Hands up in the air. Right, moving right along. What you been playing, Rob?
Well, Ryan,
I'm clapping in because I want to hear.
I've been playing a entirely based on new games and online accounts and things like that. I've been playing a lot of ColecoVision because I backed going way back. Let me get this right in the
Ooh.
camera here. This is the CollectorVision Phoenix.
Oh, it's so small.
Yeah, it's the controller's there. This is the old controller, an old ColecoVision controller, kind of for size comparison. Basically, the almost the same size, and it's an FPGA console, which basically means it's a field programmable GA. I can't remember what the GA stands for, but they're essentially it's a console on a chip, and it's they program it so it looks exactly like it's not emulation. They actually program the chip to look like to run exactly like old ColecoVision hardware. And so the game runs exactly like it was supposed to back in the day, and there's no emulation problems. And it's yeah, it's been working flawlessly for me there. I've been going through all my old games.
Oh, that's awesome.
Couple of nice changes on this one here, other than the fact it comes out 480p. It's supposedly they're going to be going to 720p, but
Oh,
right now it's just 480.
is that
Which
going to be like a firmware update or?
Yep, it's
Okay,
fully open source, so they'll have the new firmware come out.
cool.
It comes with, I don't know if you can see that there, but that is on the side. It's got a Super Nintendo controller port,
No way.
so you can have. There are ways to map the Super Nintendo controller to do different, because on the old ColecoVisions they had the number pad and the overlay, right? You can map those to certain button combos, or if you have, say, the ColecoVision controller in port 1, the Super Nintendo port is in parallel and they both work at the same time, so you can leave this plugged in to press 1 to start whatever, or to, if you need to press a number,
Oh,
you can press, and you can still play everything else on the Super Nintendo controller at the same time. So
that's super cool.
yeah, it's been great. On the front there, it's got a little SD card that comes with it, right there. Oop, nope, there we go.
Oh yeah.
And it comes with 10 built-in homebrew games that CollectorVision's responsible for, and came with a brand new controller, or a brand new ColecoVision game that they had made, molded new cartridges for it and everything, which is just a brand new, like almost like Montezuma's Revenge kind of game. I can't remember exactly what it was called. Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. That's what it was.
Okay, okay.
And great game. And if anyone out there remembers what ColecoVision manuals used to look like, this exact same baby blue. So it's the whole manual there is a real labor of love to how they went completely out of their way to make everything look just like it used to. So
Oh, this is great.
it's very cool, very cool. So this has been eating up all my time because I've been going through all my old games, and I'll be doing up a review here shortly. I've been working on in between fixing my freaking car.
Yep, life outside of gaming, hey?
Yep, yep. So that's been eating up all my time. Just a lot of ColecoVision games. The graphics and everything looks amazing. It looks crisp and clear, and I haven't had any problems. Short of one game, Cosmic Avenger, which seems to have some sort of an audio glitch that I haven't been able to. Just like the theme music is a little glitchy.
Right.
But I'm going to try cleaning the cartridge and see if that makes a difference. But other than that, it's been perfect. All of the different interfaces, the specialty controllers all seem to work perfectly. So
that was your Coleco you brought when we did the worst game ever, right?
You bet. Yep.
Yeah, that thing was like the size of an old VCR.
It was. It was. And the actually built into this, which I didn't even mention, there are spaces for 30 cores, and each core can run a different. You can make it look like a different system. The second core is already programmed to do Atari 2600 because the ColecoVision had that expansion manual that would play Atari 2600 cartridges. So now you can't fit the cartridge in there, but if you have ROMs, you can play the Atari 2600 ROMs right on this as well. So.
Love it. That's great.
It's great. Yep. Yep.
So is there upscaling or like smoothing
yes.
or yeah?
Yeah, there is.
I mean that's kind of the point of most of these systems is that so you can display them on your higher definition televisions.
Yeah, they do upscale it to 480p over the HDMI. Okay. You don't have all the options for scan lines and things like that, but also because it's not emulating.
Right.
There's changing a lot of that on the fly would be a little harder to do.
Oh, right.
And because it's not emulation, also there's no save states. But I mean, it's Coleco. It's there are some games that it would come in handy for, but other than that, it looks like it's like the analog NT systems and the SG systems where it's just recreated. They don't have the fancy emulation settings that the Retron 5 would have, but it's a pure way of playing it. And these guys put a lot of work in. I guess there's one guy at CollectorVision who actually is putting these all together by hand right now.
Oh, really?
They mentioned in one of the YouTube videos by a guy named Gamester, who's a big ColecoVision fan. He was involved with this whole process. And he said there's one guy whose entire job right now is to piece these together by hand and mail them out. So it took a long time to get here, but it's no complaints. I'm really happy with it. So
I can't wait to see that review.
You bet. Expect it anytime between now and Christmas. Working on it. Should be this week. If not tomorrow, then it'll be the day after. So
fair enough.
How about you, fella? What are you playing right now?
Well, I decided to take a little break from No Man's Sky because that, man, Anyways, I'm loving the game. I checked my save state the other day. 75 hours I'm at playing that game. The game gets me, Rob.
Sure. So is there an end game? Can you beat No Man's Sky, or is it just forever the same?
No, I mean, there's one of the big additions of the whole Beyond was adding like a multiplayer / open world.
Okay.
And I mean, they have weekly missions, and like they just had an event this weekend, like special missions for an event, but I haven't even reached that point yet where I'm playing with other people.
Okay.
I'm still getting lost in the minutia of of getting a new spaceship and upgrading my gear and
Hmm.
building
Hmm.
bases and just having fun doing that. Um, I checked on you can check in your story progress, and I'm 48% of the way through on the story because there are
Okay.
story missions.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and tons of side. So, but yeah, I put that away for a few hours to play some other stuff for a change because I'm sure people are getting sick of hearing me talk about No Man's Sky. Um, I broke out Daemon X Machina on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Um, I got that, and I have the monster Joy Cons that came with the game, and yeah, it's a fun little game, Rob. It looks amazing for one. It's like a cell shaded anime style,
Okay.
and I put hour and a half into it. If I have one complaint, it seems that the missions are all very samey.
Hmm.
Like you just kind of you're always coming into a city, and you either got to kill a certain amount of things or kill something before it reaches one end of the map or the other, and you're always in a very contained area. And yeah, that would be my only complaint so far. If it changes later on, maybe it does. But
Sure.
right now, like I probably did 8, 9 missions,
Hmm.
and they were all just variations of that same thing. But I'd plug the game in before and like put 10 minutes in here, 5 minutes there, and was getting a little frustrated because um, there are a lot of buttons to use in that game.
That's the thing with those mech games, huh? There are always 12 different buttons that do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and you got your left weapon, your right weapon, your melee weapon, your left shoulder, your right shoulder, your shields, your
Yeah.
and and they were still adding more stuff on these eighth to ninth missions.
Hmm.
Like, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't remember all this. But having fun with it. Like, I'll give it like a 90% fun, and like that that meter was just starting to dip off the 100% fun just because I'm like, oh, another mission like this, hey, like, all right. But I mean, the fighting's cool, so
Great.
and talking about playing retro games, I got Strider on Genesis, the Strider for Genesis, I should say, and
Okay.
I'm playing it on my Retron 5 there. And yeah, it's just like the arcade. You know, when Strider came out for the NES, it wasn't anything like the arcade.
Hmm.
And I was so stubborn back in the day that I'd taken my stance that I was going to be a Nintendo fanboy, and everyone who owned a Genesis was stupid. And I've discovered I've missed out on a bunch of really good games
Yep.
because of that. Um, yeah, it's just a lot of fun, a lot of great memories playing that, like the whole um the whole zero gravity parts where you're upside down and like you're got your claws and yeah, I just loved it.
Yeah. It was a great game. Great game for sure.
But yeah, that's all I really got into this week. Um, moving on, we had this week's poll question up on our Facebook page. There was when you buy a game these days, um, do you how do you like to buy them? Do you like your physical media or digital? I guess are the two flavors that
Hmm.
stuff comes in. And looks like the overwhelming winner was physical media because people like to hold it and be able to smell it and hold it in their hands and
Yep.
know that they got a disc.
And I think that's a thing of our generation, and that you just want to have the actual game. It's
Yeah,
you want something to collect. It makes sense. I can.
it's true.
That's totally the way I feel too. So.
Though, I I might soon be a convertee. I mean, as much as I love having a disc and knowing that like own this game. I've definitely found way better deals on digital for picking up these old games I
Hmm.
want to try. But also, just the lazy in me. I'll be I'll be playing something, and I've got all these games downloaded, but the game I want to play is over there on the shelf, and I'm gonna have to get up and put it in when I could just start my system and play this right here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's bad, I know, but
There's always that part of me that just wonders, like, if I don't have the physical game and they take it off the store, they or whatever, I'd hate to lose it. I mean, I understand a lot of games now. Even if you have the game, if the server's down, it doesn't matter anyway. It's not like you can
yeah,
play, but um, yeah, it's just always that part of me likes having it, holding it, just always having it with you, right? But going to be a dinosaur now, I guess.
I think the software companies would love if everyone just went digital because you can't resell your copy when you're done with it
Yep.
or trade it in for something else. No, you've gotten that. You're not going to make any money off of their game.
Yeah,
You know.
and it saved them a lot of money on the physical media too, and
Yeah,
they can still charge you the same for not actually physically owning anything.
that's one thing that's always got my goat is like how they still charge the exact same price for the
Yep.
digital as they do for the physical copy.
Stadia. It's going to have a whole business model on that, the Google Stadia,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess is coming in about 9-10 days here, right? We should
Yep.
have our Founders Edition. Founders Edition's coming. Cool. Just a little backstory there is that Ryan and I were very excited when we thought it was going to be the next new Netflix of gaming.
Yeah.
So we both jumped on the Founders Edition option, which was it comes with a Google Chromecast and a Bluetooth controller and 3 months of free this. And then once we'd actually bought it, a few months later, we find out that no, it's not going to be the Netflix of gaming. They're going to do a couple free games per month, but it's going to be you still buy them. So, which is exactly how you get them on the Xbox or the PlayStation or anything else. So really, you're paying for the ability to play it on any device,
Yeah.
which we'll see how that works. Whether that's a thing that actually
Which
makes sense. But
in the founder's beginning, we won't even be able to get to try really
nope,
because
because it's only going to work through that Chromecast.
yeah. So we'll see if it becomes a dumpster fire or something super cool.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're committed now, so we'll let you folks know.
Um. So yeah, we got a little off topic there, but
Oh, that's what we do.
yeah. That was our poll question of the week, and last we like to end with a grump. And this week, you know what? What makes me grumpy, Rob?
What makes you grumpy, guy?
Oh, I thought you'd throw something in there that.
Something about hating it when people say "Okay, boomer" or something like that. That's what I was expecting, but
Yeah. um, I'm really like I don't understand. Like they release games before they're ready. It
mhm.
just chaps me to no end, especially if it's something I'm gonna play. But this one doesn't really apply to me. But Red Dead Redemption 2 finally came out on PC, and it's been buggy, which it just blows my mind because this game has been out for a year
Yep.
or just short of a year on the consoles, and then they're porting it over to PC now.
Yep. They should have all the bugs worked out.
Porting it over to PC.
Yeah.
All the bugs have been worked out on the console.
Yep.
But
And it's through their ridiculous launcher program
yeah.
too, right? You have to buy it through their store.
You have to buy it through the Rockstar launcher.
Of course.
The other thing that I read, and I just shook my fist at the old monitor there for a good 30 seconds. People who have, you put a lot of money into owning a people have been putting a lot of money into building amazing gaming PCs.
Mm-hmm.
And the most expensive video card you can get right now is around $1,300. And even if you have this video card and tons of RAM, good processor, you cannot run this game at 4K with 60 frames per second.
That's crazy.
You can't.
It's the crisis of the new generation, right?
Yeah, man, oh man, like I don't even know, like from what I read, it's not even like something they're gonna fix. They're just like, oh well, the next generation should be able to get it to it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not our optimization. It's the fact you can only get a SLI 2080 Ti.
Yeah, people want to have that benchmark.
Yep.
You put all the money into this PC,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I want to play my stuff at 4K, 60 frames per second. That is why I've dropped $3,000 on this PC.
Yeah.
Oh, you've put out this highly anticipated game that's
Mm-hmm.
due to be around for a long time. Because if it's anything like Grand Theft Auto 5, where they've moved, like they're not putting it, they've said already they're not putting out DLC for Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be the online world, and they just have weekly updates in there, and then special events, and then it's been doing them great on Grand Theft Auto 5, so that's exactly what they're doing with Red Dead.
Yep.
So it's a game that's going to be around a while.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe one day, maybe next year, when that new bunch of video cards come out, maybe you'll be able to play a 4K 60 then. But by then you'll be wanting to play 8K,
That's
8K
right.
90. I don't know.
Well, that was always the running joke with Crysis, is that now there are finally computers that can play it on high resolution.
Right.
10 years after the fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why would you not just play it on your Xbox or your PlayStation then, right? Something that'll do 4K and steady frame rates, and it's optimized for, and it's a whole lot cheaper than getting a top of the line. And when you're someone who's a big PC master race kind of guy, where you get this because you want the best experience. I mean, you want Shadow of the Tomb Raider, full HDR, 4K, 60 frames, and you can do that, but you can't play this game that's been out for a couple of years that they just didn't bother to optimize, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got, Rob.
Cool. It's just, yeah, no, that's
I'm done.
That's fair. It's just that's got you so mad. I get it. It's been a fairly slow week overall, but
it has. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of news to talk about.
Nope, that's for sure. But yeah, in about 10 days here, we're going to get a couple of Stadias, and I'll have that review of the CollectorVision up right away. And stay tuned.
I've actually put a couple 15-minute width reviews up.
Yes,
where
you bet.
I spent 15 minutes with one of these cheap Nintendo Switch games, like ridiculously cheap Nintendo Switch games. One's discounted 90 to 99%.
Yeah, some high quality gems you got there. It's I enjoyed the helicopter one that you were talking about. That was
a preventive strike. Yeah, it
looked really good.
That's a game.
Someone released this, and
yeah.
The joke used to be that Steam used to have all that greenlit garbage, but Switch is quickly becoming where all the not quality controlled indie games are coming now, and holy mackerel.
It's true. But yeah, as always, everyone, if you want to like and subscribe us here on YouTube, you can. We'd appreciate it. You can also download the podcast in all the audio formats. We're on Apple, Google, um,
MySpace.
MySpace. Yeah,
Yep.
we
Oh
have
yeah.
we have a MySpace page.
My ICQ number is 479-264.
I have mine written down somewhere. I'm not gonna. Um, Also, we have our Facebook page, which is fb.me, the grumpy old slash the grumpy old gamers, and our website where we post all our original content, which is thegrumpyoldgamers.com. Come check us out,
Please.
please. All right, I stay safe out there if you're in Edmonton, because the roads are crap.
Yep, you bet.
Anywhere
You
else in
bet.
Alberta that's affected by the snow and the rain?
The cold November rain.
Cold November rain. All right, everyone, have a good evening.
Take care, everyone.